All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're talking about the Detroit Lions in tonight's video. Merry Christmas. It's currently Christmas Eve. We're doing a Jared Goff Detroit Lions film study, which is absolutely crazy. But happy holidays to everybody watching this here. As you guys know, the Detroit Lions we only have 3 clips here. We're going to make this as quick as possible. But if you guys watched our video a couple of days ago, I tried to do a film study. I couldn't really figure it out. I still can't figure out how to draw the lines and stuff. I don't know how people are doing that. But we do have some all 22 film. We're going to go through 3 different plays because if you didn't know, or if you watched the Detroit Lions this season, they're the #1 scoring offense in the NFL. And as decimated as they are by defensive injuries, a lot of these guys are coming back. But most importantly here, the offense is littered with talent. Jared Goff on the season, 33 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. They're putting up 32.9 points per game, #1 in the NFL. They're second in passing, they're sixth in rushing. And for the most part, except for maybe an offensive line injury here and there, usually for a game, 2 games max, the only injury they've really sustained on offense is David Montgomery. And he has not technically been on the IR. A lot of Lions fans are way more hopeful than maybe some other NFL media guys that he can come back at some point in the season. But you have Jahmyr Gibbs. And so it's not like you're the Baltimore Ravens, or you're with Derrick Henry, or you're the Philadelphia Eagles with Saquon Barkley, and it's not like one of those guys goes down with an injury and all of a sudden they can't run the football. So we're going to go through 3 different play action passes. This first one here is just because I like it. We're seeing so much more Sam LaPorta this season, and in the last month, because we saw so much of Sam last year, and the dude was a stud. But this year, Jameson Williams has actually been the offensive player, the offensive weapon that has taken this team to the next level. But just my point is with Jahmyr Gibbs, this team is so good in play action. Jared Goff is so good in play action that it's not like the run is over, right? All right, we haven't played a clip yet, so let's get into one. I don't think we're going to edit this. We're going to try and make this as seamless as possible. Once again, only 3 plays. This is like one of the first plays of the game here. Just a nice play action pass. Actually doesn't even really look like it until Sam LaPorta goes in motion here. And I just like this a lot because he chips. I don't think that's Montez Sweat. Maybe it's Montez Sweat here, but just kind of chips him, fades away. It's just beautiful. I think this ends up going for 17 total yards. And, I have Sam LaPorta in my fantasy football league. And so the first month of the year, because the Lions would win games like 52-6, or it would be just a complete and utter blowout. And there's only so many dudes that you can throw to on this offense. And Tim Patrick's really come alive this year, had a huge resurgent season after all these injuries. And there's only so much love to give, especially when you're winning blowout football games, even like in that game 34-17 against the Chicago Bears. I'm not an X's and O's guy, but I do just love that we're seeing more Sam LaPorta. This is obvious. You're chipping him. I think that actually looks like DeMarcus Walker, but you just chip him. I think Kyler Gordon's supposed to be on him. He gets absolutely baited by this run here to Jahmyr Gibbs, and he's just not even close. And so you got Sam LaPorta. So that's just something I wanted to pull up because we're finally seeing some more Sam LaPorta. These next 2 are going to be touchdowns, all right? The #1, this is the play of the game. This is one of the best Lions plays of the season because it's Jameson Williams. So let's just let the play throw out. I'm sure you guys have seen it. If you didn't watch it live, I'm sure you've seen it. Jameson Williams is over here. Tyreek Stevenson in his second season is on him. I think there was some tweet randomly that I saw a couple of days ago saying Jamar Chase runs like a 4.57 or 4.5, whatever. Jameson Williams on this play was like a 4.38, I think it was. This guy is so unbelievably fast. So Sam LaPorta goes in motion here, and this is just beautiful throw by Jared Goff. It's play action. Offensive line does a phenomenal job of protecting him. Then he lets it loose. And look at this. Technically, at the time of this is Jonathan Owens, my former Green Bay Packer, at safety. Tyreek Stevenson. I mean, you don't even look at right here. You see Jonathan Owens a little bit later. You see Jonathan Owens realize, oh, fuck. Tyreek Stevenson, I mean, he was just dead in the water. There was no chance he's ever going to make it. But Jonathan Owens, all of these players, all these Bears defensive guys, these 2 players right here, severely underestimated Jameson Williams' speed. But this was just the component missing last year with the Detroit Lions offense was, that big play, speedy burst big time player. And that's what Jameson Williams is. And he came to this league 2 years ago. He was coming off that injury, and we saw him play in the end of the season. I think he had only 8 snaps in his rookie year. He caught that one like 44-yarder for a touchdown. And then last year, he had Josh Reynolds. And Josh Reynolds was kind of like the more wide receiver too. And then they let him walk to go to Denver. And the thought process was it was going to be Jameson Williams. This guy's having a phenomenal season. He's very close to 1,000 yards on the year. He's at 890. He's only had 47 catches. There's still 2 games left, but this is just to play the game. This is why you should never be concerned with the Detroit Lions, is because plays like this, I mean, it's just not even relatively close. I love watching. I could watch this play all day. This guy is so unbelievably fast, and it's just another play action play. Nobody necessarily gets baited. That matters in this because it's just the guy's way too fast. But I guarantee you'll see one more play like this before the end of the regular season. And when it hits, man, it's just absolutely terrifying. And then we have this next one. Sorry, this is just going to be the same. I did not think about that. It's just going to be a different, different angle. This next one we have here is the fake stumble. And this was really funny to me because I was watching, I think it was the Herd the next day, and they were saying, why would Ben Johnson run this play? It's 33-14, or not 33-14. What is the score here? We have it somewhere. It's 33-14. How would that even be possible? It had to have been 27-14. I think it was 27-14 here. And it's fourth quarter. And every time the Lions run a trick play or something, like here's the play. If you guys haven't seen it, it's the fake stumble. We'll just let it run out. So you see it, fake stumble. Jahmyr Gibbs fake stumbles, and then he blocks, and Sam LaPorta is just wide open. He's just wide open. I was listening to the Herd, and the guy was saying, like, why would Ben Johnson run a play like this? Well, have you noticed there's 2 head coaching vacancies open in the NFL, and the Chicago Bears are the best one. So Ben Johnson's big ball, and the Chicago Bears saying, this is what you guys could have. Pay him the money. Pay me the money. This is what you guys could have next season. I'm listening to that. And for some weird reason, every time the Detroit Lions run a trick play, whether it's, a tackle scoring a touchdown, or it's a tackle like Sewell lining up like on one-on-one coverage, people just think it's like so stupid that Ben Johnson is giving away everything. And Lions fans know this. Like, you think Ben Johnson's bag is that shallow? Like, it's a really, really deep bag. This was apparently inspired from my Green Bay Packers, where Jordan Love, I think it was, this might have been last season, but it was like the first game of the season. So I think it was last year, but I guess it was maybe earlier on in this season in Soldier Field, where there was a fumble. Jordan Love fumbles the football, or he just botches it, throws up, gets it right away, and then somebody's wide open and he scores a touchdown. And apparently Ben Johnson wanted Jared Goff to deliberately fumble this football and then pick it back right up. And I guess Jared Goff said all set on that. But I always find it funny when the Detroit Lions run some dope-ass play and people are like, why would you do all this? Like, I don't think, and I tweeted about this. If you guys want to follow my Twitter, it's somewhere in the links. I tweeted this. It was something funny, like just go making fun. It was literally some like probably Bears fan saying like, why would you do this? Like, why would you show away your tricks? And I literally said like, oh yes, 3rd and 14 in the divisional game. We were going against the Vikings, the conference championship game. You're playing the Minnesota Vikings, and the Vikings defensive players are like, watch out for this stumble. Watch out for this stumble. So we'll let it play one more time, but this is just beautiful. Ben Johnson is probably the best offensive mind in the national. He is the best offensive mind in the National Football League, but just the fumble, the creativity, Sam LaPorta's open. The guy's a stud in general. So that's it for today. Just kind of a random film study video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily-ish Lions content on this channel. We're very close to 1,000. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a happy holiday season and a Merry Christmas. And we'll see you in a couple of days.